You're welcome to another episode of Cook with Chef Anna. So, you're welcome. Can I see you if you're here with us? It's another episode, and you guys have been requesting to see my face. So, today, so if you're here, can you say hi? Happy Sunday. Hello. Can someone guess what we're making today? Can someone guess what we're cooking today? I'm still waiting for you guys. Oh, guess, 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 guess. Guess, 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 guess. Make a quick guess. Make a quick guess. Can someone guess what we're cooking today? I'm in the comments. I'm seeing you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's another live episode. Cook with Chef Anna. If you're here, can you say hi? So, in my last live, some people were like, Chef Anna, when are you doing your face review? Come on, guys. I'm not hiding my face. My face is everywhere in my channel. So today, I decided, not just to film the pots, but to cook with you. Okay? So, if you're here, drop your highs, your hellos, everything, okay? I'm just making sure to set up everything, and then I will introduce you to what we are cooking. Okay? Hi, Global. Hi. Thank you for joining. It's an honor, it's a privilege to be here with you. So, guys, you know how we do it right here. Drop your comments, we'll pick your name, and then we'll give you a shout out. Okay? So, before I introduce you to the ingredients, I'll quickly grab my apron and then we'll get started. Okay? I'll just keep this here so that I can see all your comments. All right. Who is ready to cook? So, my name is Chef Anna. What's your name? I would love to meet you. Hi, Osan. Hi. Shout out to Osan. Shout out to Osan. Hi. Thank you for joining, Osan. My name is Osan. Thank you, Osan, for joining. So, we are going to get started immediately. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Chef Anna, and I'm sending lots of love to you. I'm a Nigerian-based chef. Where are you watching from? I would love to know where you're watching from. Okay. So without wasting much of your time, I think this camera has to go a little bit this way. Okay, that will do. So without wasting much of your time, I'm just going to introduce you to. Thank you for subscribing, Butak. Thank you, Butak. Did I get the pronunciation right? I'm sorry if I messed up your name, okay? No offense meant. So we are cooking sauce, okay? It's Sunday and people are cooking their rice and everything. It's like a norm in Nigeria, yeah? So for every Nigerian home, Sundays are for rice. I don't know about you. If you're in Nigeria and you're watching me and you feel maybe I'm overhyping it, then let's know what you think about it. But personally, I grew up seeing rice being made on Sundays, okay? So I've boiled down my rice and I'm making sauce, yeah? Okay, so for my protein, I'll be using goat meat, which is currently steaming. And then I would also be using fish. Okay, I'll be using fish. I think this light should come somewhere here. Okay, how is that? I think that's better. So I'll be using fish. You can see some fried fish. You can air fry yours, you can deep fry yours depending on what you have available. Osan is saying, where do you live? I live in Nigeria. I'm Nigerian, proudly Nigerian, Imolite to be precise, ex-Hilda Bassi student, and Chef Anna. You can call me Chef Anna. So I live in Nigeria. I hope that answers your question. So please drop your questions in the comment section and send your highs, your loves, like, subscribe, share. Let's grow together. Let's cook together. Let's make fun together in this channel. So like I said, I'm using two different types of protein, goat's meat and then fish. So this sauce, I've made it a lot or a couple of times in this channel, but the difference is just the protein that I always use. Okay, I try to change my protein. So I've made it with chicken, I've made it with just fish, I've made it with whole fish, and I've made it with mashed fish. And today I decided to have a twist by making it with fish and goat meat. Okay, so if you're a goat meat lover, if you're a fish lover, drop your comments, drop it in the comments right now. So having introduced you to my protein, let me run you down to other ingredients that I have here. So this is my spring onion. We are using spring onion. Okay, so we are using spring onion. We are also using some veggies. So for this goat meat, this is the first time I'm adding water. I basically allowed it to cook in its own juice, build up the flavors, and then now it's time to cook it till it's done. So I just introduced my water to the goat meat. And right about now, okay, I stopped with introducing you to my ingredients. So this is carrots and bell peppers. So in here I have green bell peppers and I have yellow bell peppers. I couldn't get the red bell peppers, but if you have the red bell peppers, please use it, okay? And for this recipe, I would say that the bell peppers are the highlights of this recipe. So please do not skip bell peppers when making this sauce, okay? All right, having said that, this is my green beans. Okay, this is my green beans, and I also have some spice here. I have my curry and I have my thyme. This is like my everyday go-to when I'm making sauce. Please hello, send your comments. I'm waiting to give you a shout out, okay? Don't miss out. And this little cute spice here is like my secret ingredient. It's called local spice here in Nigeria, okay? In the market, it's called local spice. It's a blend of a lot. So there is ginger, there is garlic, there is bay leaf, there is thyme, rosemary, a lot, a lot. So all together it's grinded together and it's called local spice, okay? So I love the flavor it gives to my food and I don't miss using it. And of course, we have our rodo pepper, aka fresh pepper, okay? Blended or rough blended. And then we have our onion and then ginger and garlic paste in this plate, okay? So this is what it looks like. Okay, having said that, we have seasoning cubes right here. So use as much as possible. I'm using knorr, and I'm using Maggi cubes. So feel free to use the ones you're most conversant with, and of course some salt to taste. And then this sauce is being made with tomatoes, okay? So this is not stew, please, I beg you. So this is not stew, it's not stew at all, okay? It's sauce. So when some people see my tomatoes, they tend to mistake this sauce for stew, but please, this is sauce and it is my OG recipe. It's my OG recipe. It is not stew. For those that will mistake it for stew, please, 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 please. It's not stew, it's sauce. Okay? So shout out to Osan Botak Global. Shout out to you all. Thank you for joining. Okay, so my protein is boiling down, and like I said, I'm using some fresh goat's meat, and then I'm using fish, okay? So having said that, while the protein is boiling and being cooked to perfection, I would just go ahead with my tomatoes, okay? So because this is a sauce, you don't want to make the mistake. I think this light is better this way. Yep. Okay, so you don't want to make the mistake of blending this or cutting it into little tiny bits, okay? So you want to cut this, you want to cut it into big size chunks like this. I hope you can see this. So you want it to be chunky. Of course, you're making sauce, you're not making a stew. So this matters a lot. So if you have any questions, drop it in the comment section, whether pertaining to this exact video or probably to other recipes that we've cooked in time past, okay? So once again, happy Sunday to you all. Thank you for joining live. Oh my goodness, whenever I make this sauce, I'm always excited. So, so, so excited. Because the flavors in this sauce, second to none. It's always giving. Okay? I love, love, love this sauce. In fact, like I said, this is my signature sauce. This is my signature sauce. Okay? I think this light is not better here. Probably we should take it to where it was before. Right? Yeah. Okay. So, if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. No? Drop your questions in the comment section. I'm trying to get the right angle for this light. So what do you guys think? Is it better now? Can you see? Can you see me? So, what are you eating today? What are you cooking for your family? It's Sunday. It's a special day. If you know, you know. Sundays are for special recipes. So this is my signature recipe, and what more can I cook for my family if not my signature? What's your signature recipe? What do you cook, or what are you cooking today? I want to know. Drop it in the comment section. Let's connect. I really want to connect with you guys. So, pertaining to this recipe, if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. Also, if you have any idea of how to elevate flavors in, local dish or continental dish recipes, you can, share your tips with us in the comment section. And also, if you can challenge me to a cooking competition. Guys, can you imagine that I was here one day and someone challenged me to a cooking competition? And probably at the end of the day, he ran away. Wow, I really had fun that day. So if you think you can, challenge me to a cooking competition, this is the best time. Life out. Go. I'm cooking now. You want to join me? It's in the channel now. You can join. Oh yeah, come and join me now. Guys, my sister wants to join me. Okay. So, happy Sunday to you all. What are you cooking? So, what's your signature recipe? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? So, guys, Sarah, thank you for sending hugs. Is that hugs or love? Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for cooking with us. So, what are you cooking for your family today? For me, I'm cooking my signature sauce. And for a change, I had to do with goat meat and fish protein. Okay. Thank you, Sarah, for the loves and hugs. Oh, guys, shout out to Sarah. She sent us lots of hugs and love. Sarah, where are you watching from? I'm cooking from Nigeria. Where are you watching us from? Wow, that's nice. Sarah said it's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, where are you watching from? I'm cooking from Nigeria. Sarah is watching from Nigeria. Finally, guys, I have a sister in the neighborhood. Sarah, which part of Nigeria are you watching from? I'm live in Imo State. So remember, this is a sauce and you shouldn't cut your tomatoes so small. It should be chunky. You can see the chunks. So if you are making your stew, feel free to blend or probably cut it into tinier bits. But for this sauce, the bigger the better. Sarah is watching from Ibadan. Oh, I've been to Ibadan once when I was on IT, Osun State. I think from Osun State to Ibadan is not really far. So I've been to Ibadan just once. So Sarah, I've been to your state. Have you been to Imo State? So you guys watching me and not dropping comments, don't you want your shout out? Don't you? Okay, Sarah has not been to Imo State. Well, it's fine, okay? It's fine. Probably when you have the opportunity, you can visit Imo State. It's a nice place. Though I'm not based here, I'm on a vacation. I'm based in Lagos State, but currently in Imo State, okay? So thank you, Sarah, for joining, and thank you for those beautiful hugs and loves. They are so cute. Okay, so for this sauce, you require a lot of patience. A lot. You know, when you're making something good, something nice, you have to come with a lot of patience. It's not something you should dash in and dash out, okay? So please, when you're making yours, be patient, okay? And another thing I love about this sauce is the fact that it's very healthy. So I've shown you the list of my ingredients and you can agree with me that this sauce is so healthy. Thank you so much, Sarah. She said I'm welcome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And happy Sunday to you too. Happy Sunday. Hope you went to church. So please feel free to ask your questions though. This sauce, ever since I discovered this recipe, I've not missed you. Actually, this sauce came, won the heart of myself and my entire family. And since then, there's not been any need for stews in my household. Well, that's because this sauce actually tastes better and it's also healthier because you don't even need so much oil to cook this. Just need a little quantity of oil and you're good to go, okay? So basically, the active work in making this sauce is processing the vegetables, you know, cutting the tomatoes, carrots, everything. That's the active work. But generally, the sauce is quite easy to make. And I have over yeah, 3 to 4 different recipes of this exact sauce with different proteins so that you can navigate. Some people say I don't like chicken, you can use fish. Some people say I don't like fish, you can use goat meat. Some people say I want to be extra, like me, you can pair. Okay, you can pair. There is no limit as to what you can do with this sauce. Yeah. So right about now, I'm done with the tomatoes. So what I'm just going to do is to transfer it to this sieve so that every extra water can dry, because I'm still going to boil down these tomatoes, so we don't need the extra water. So I'm just going to transfer this. So you can see this water dropping. I don't need it. So I don't need it. I'm just going to set this aside. Okay. While I continue processing my protein, sorry, my vegetables. Oh God. So make sure to cook your protein to be so tender. Nobody wants to be dragging strong goat's meat in a sauce. So I really want this goat's meat to be so tender and flavorful. So I want to be very patient with it. You can feel free to do yours anyhow you want it, but this is how I prefer mine, okay? So I'm going to start cutting the carrots, and remember, this is a sauce. You don't want to cut it as if you're making salad or fried rice. You can see how chunky. Ooh. So you can see how chunky this is. Okay? So guys, cooking is therapeutic. I don't know for you, I don't know about you, but for me, cooking is so therapeutic. So remember to make this sauce for your family. Look at the list of my ingredients, buy them and cook it. You will love it. And if you're asking for the price, is it cost effective? Well, for a good food, I would say yes, it's cost effective. But if you're on a budget, well, I won't say more than that, but if you know, you know. Oh, the pressure from this spot is something else. Guys, I love this spot. I wish I can see it and get it for myself. So, if you're joining us for the first time, from me to you, you're welcome. You are so welcome to this channel. Lots of love, lots of hug from me to you. You guys are the reason we are standing strong. A little close to 10,000 massive, strong subscribers. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, but just know that I'm grateful, okay? Thank you for always, supporting this channel, subscribing, liking, sharing our videos. What more can I say? It's overwhelming. Each time I come online, I see the love, I see the support, and I'm like, what? Thank you. So, what are you cooking for your family today? I'm still eager to know. And shout out to everyone watching me right now. This is a heartfelt welcome and thank you to you for joining, for always joining, and for keeping joining. Okay. I have this my friend from India. It's been a while. He's been so active. It's been a while and I don't even know how to connect to him. But if he's watching me right now, just know that I'm rooting for you. Thank you for joining us always. So guys, I can't wait to show you the end product of this yummy socks. It's gonna be lovely and you're gonna love it. So if you love cooking, can you say hi? If your favorite food is rice, can you say hi? If you're learning something already, can you say hi? And for those that have been asking for my face review, I hope you're happy now. I was intentionally waiting for this day. Not as if I've been hiding behind the camera though, because my face is everywhere in the channel. Just that due to some reasons, especially because my kitchen is so small and cannot contain everything, I just focus on what I'm cooking because that's the most important thing I want to teach you, right? But today I have a bigger space and voila. So thank you for being so patient. Even though you were not seeing my face, you were still cooking with me. Whoa, guys. Can you see how juicy this is? Ooh. So I'm just going to, wow, this is so nice. So at this point, so you can see that I didn't cook this meat with a lot of water. You can see we just have a very thick and flavorful broth, and that is what you're aiming at. You don't need a lot of water for this sauce. So right about now, I'm going to take this off the heat because this is exactly how I want it. Okay, and then I'm going to set up an empty pot on heat. And then I'm going to add just about 2 tablespoons of oil. You don't need so much. And to that, I'm going to add my ginger and garlic paste. Just to activate the oil, okay? And then I'm going in with my onion and a little bit of pepper. I will adjust the pepper in due time. And then my spring onion goes in. Not all, okay? Just a little bit, just to activate the oil, to infuse the flavors into the oil. And then right about now, we are going to add our tomato. So you can see the water that's, so you can see. And I'm just going to turn this, give it a quick and good stir. A quick and good stir. A quick and good stir. And then we're just going to allow this to boil down. So while this is boiling down, we're just going to continue with our veggies. We are going to continue prepping our veggies. Cutting, prepping, cutting, prepping. Okay, I think this is a good time to show you what this my goat meat looks like. This pot is so hot. So this is it. So you can see basically there is no much water. It's just a thick and flavorful broth. So that is exactly what you want. Okay? So having said that, shall we continue? Yes, we shall. Big Rams, I see you. Thank you for joining. What's that? Ew. Elchim. 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 Thank you, Big Rams. Thank you, Big Rams. Thank you. I'm cooking. My name is Chef Anna. I'm cooking my signature sauce. My signature sauce. And it's Sunday here. If you're in the diaspora, I don't know, are you in Sunday? Are you on Monday? But whatever it is, thank you for joining. And we love you. I'm cooking from Nigeria. We would love to know you. Where are you watching from? And guys, shout out to B Grams. Shout out to B Grams. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to everyone here. And if you're yet to drop your comment, you are wrong because you're missing your shout outs. You're missing your shout outs. So I can see all of you watching from everywhere, all parts of the world. And I've seen Sarah from Ibadan. I have this my friend from India. Where are you watching from? Let's connect with you. That's what we are all about, okay? That is what we are all about. We are all about cooking together, having fun, while cooking. Because cooking is an art, okay? So having finished dicing the carrots, I'm going over to the bell peppers, okay? And remember, this is a sauce and everything should be chunky, okay? Try as much as possible to keep it chunky, okay? So like I mentioned earlier, the bell peppers, they do a lot. They do a lot in this recipe. So you actually want to keep it in your recipe. Don't skip it, please. Ensure you use your bell peppers for this recipe. They give it this flavor, like they elevate the flavors for real. So if there is no bell peppers, please don't make this sauce until you have your bell peppers. Even if you want to skip any ingredients, definitely not your bell peppers. Okay? Definitely not your bell peppers, right? Please do not skip your bell peppers. They are one of the signature ingredients for this recipe because the flavors they infuse into your recipe, second to none. Second to none, okay? Okay, I think my light is off and I need to get a second battery. I'll be right back. No, you can't go there, please. What do you need? Okay, we have our battery. So, where did we stop? Guys, at least it's better now, right? Yeah, I know. So if you're here to drop your comments, you're missing your shout outs. Everyone is getting their shout outs. What about you? Drop your comments, we pick your name, and we give you a shout out. What is life with Chef Anna without your shout out? So we are basically going to boil down these tomatoes until there is no water in there and the tanginess in the taste, completely goes out. So at this point, you want to be very patient. You want to be very, very patient with your tomatoes. Of course, if you're patient to boil goat meat, you have to be extra patient to boil down your tomatoes, because this tomato is actually the base of the sauce. And if you make any mistake, when I mean mistake, I mean by actually not allowing it to, boil down properly and lose that tangy taste. If you make any mistake there, you are headed to disaster. Okay, so on a lighter note, but you actually need to be very patient at this point. Okay, so if you are just joining us, we are making sauce for the family. Of course, it's Sunday. What are you cooking for your family? I want to know. Is someone making sauce? If yes, which sauce are you making? And what are you pairing it with? Because I'm pairing mine with white rice. I can't wait to dish out this goodness. Sincerely, I really can't wait. Because, oh, and nice. It's so nice. So, like I mentioned earlier, if you have red bell peppers, feel free to include it, okay? And then remember, we are cooking sauce, not some random white fried rice or salad. So you want to cut this like someone making sauce. You can see. So actually, this is actually my best of the bestest. I love making this sauce a lot. And a little disclaimer, please, if you don't have freezer or steady light sauce, avoid making this sauce, because it's not something that you want to warm and preheat. You're going to lose the crunch in the carrots and in the veggies, and you don't want that. The crunch is the life of this sauce. That's what makes it feel alive. I don't know how else to put this, but you need that crunch. You really do need that crunch. Okay, we are back. The network went off for a while, but we are back. So basically, the light went off. I was using an electric hot plate, but the light went off. I'm switching over to gas. So I'm just switching over to my gas. I hope we've not lost you. Whoa. So we're just going to continue dicing while the tomatoes keep cooking. So Thank you for the 10 very amazing and patient people who are still here with us. Thank you so much. It's Cooking with Chef Anna live. We are live and we are cooking. Okay, I see some more people are joining. Thank you so much. We had a little break in transmission, but we are back stronger. I bet. Whoa. So at this point, I can beat my chest and say we are done dicing all the veggies. That's the carrots. And here we have the green beans, the green bell peppers, and the yellow bell peppers. Okay. This is my local spice. Some curry and thyme. And fish. We are using fish. We are using some fish. Okay. Some seasoning cubes. I'm reintroducing my ingredients. Okay. I've already done this earlier. We have some blended pepper and some spring onions, of which I've used some. And in this pot, we have our goat meat. Ooh, the pot is quite hot. I think I should just cook some and show you. Okay, that's the goat meat. So basically, that is that for now. I'm done dicing up everything. Yeah. Salt to taste. Don't forget that. Where are you watching from? Send us your highs. Send us your highs. Today is Sunday and I'm very happy and excited to cook for my family. How about you? What are you cooking? Hey, Mommy Amanda. Yeah, veggie. What are you cooking? Eh? I want to know. Please tell me. Because I want to know. I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been cooking for, give or say, 50 minutes. So this is 50 whole minutes into this cooking. Yay! We have our lights back. So I'll come back to this place because I was already thinking of how I'm going to like change this camera to this place, but thank God. Okay, my pot of tomatoes back to the electric cooker. Sincerely, I don't know how I was going to, change this camera from this angle to this angle. You see the happy dance I was dancing. It was not really happy. Oh. I was just trying to, ease off some stress and kind of tell myself it is well. But thank God they've brought the light and there will be no need changing this camera from this angle to this angle. Praise God. Hallelujah. So at this point, we have to tilt this camera a little bit to this point. Yeah, I hope you can see the pot. Although, okay, I think that went too far. Although you may not be able to see the inside, but it's just tomatoes. Okay, I think that's okay. So it's just tomatoes. I'm just trying to boil it down until you cannot see this water anymore. And also until the tanginess in the taste is gone. Gone. And gone for good. So for this sauce, you need a lot of tomatoes. Don't let anyone deceive you. You need a lot because the tomatoes actually is the base of this sauce. So guys, it has come to my notice that a lot of you are using my yogurt recipe to cash out, and I'm so excited. You don't know the joy that fills my heart when I see people succeed. You know, that recipe has lived rent free in my heart, and having cashed out with it, if I should use that language, having cashed out with it, I was like, someone out there might need it. A stay-home mom, someone who is looking up to start up something for themselves, you know, something that doesn't really require a lot of capital, something that you can do from the comfort of your home, you know, something that you don't really need to start buying a lot of equipment, because I love to simplify my recipes. So um that actually gave me the spike in my heart, and I was like, okay, this is the least I can do for my fans. This is the least I can do for my community. You know, I know how much people charge for yogurt classes. Actually, I have online classes. I've taught people like paid courses, and I know what it is worth, let alone yogurt, a compilation of my, recipe. And I actually left my contacts also, so that, let it be like a tutorial. If you have further questions, if you drop your comments sometimes, algorithm and all that, I may not see it. So, but if you chat me directly on WhatsApp, I can put you through. So I actually did that, and it's been overwhelming, the feedbacks that I've been getting. People has been starting businesses, a lot of people has been really making it in the industry so far. And I'm so happy. This kind of feedback are what make these are the things that make me want to do more. Like, I just want to I want to just give it all out. So, having said that, I know a lot of you has been asking for preservative recipes. Truth is, I use refrigerator to preserve my yogurts. I don't like using synthetic preservatives. But for your sake, I'm going to be dropping preservative video, like very detailed, as always. My videos are always detailed. So I'm going to be dropping a full preservative video. Let my food not boil. So I'm just going to stir this. So I'm going to be dropping a full yogurt preservative video soon. I'm still cooking it up. Pardon me. Although some people who has been coming directly to my WhatsApp and asking have gotten this recipe, they've gotten access to this recipe. But for you who are still here on YouTube, you are not left out. And to that effect, I'm cooking it up and it's coming soon, okay? Just a little bit more patience. But if you have, or if you're using my yogurt recipe and you want more guidance, as to how to start your business, whether drinking yogurt, parfait, Greek yogurt, holla at me on WhatsApp. So I had to just give up this information because it's a win-win. I love it when people actually take responsibilities. So entrepreneurship is good. You get to own yourself, manage your time, Okay, so I just tasted the tomato, and at this point it's no longer tangy. And I'll be going in with my spring onion first. So I'll continue that gist later, but for now, let's do the reason why we're here. Whew, it's time to add in the protein. Actually, the stock. This is actually not a stock, it's a broth. So do you know the difference between stock and broth? If you don't, drop it in the comment section, I will explain. But if you don't drop your comments, we'll skip because it simply means you know, right? So basically what I'm doing is just to, remove the meat so that I can pour in the broth into the tomato base. Guys, after watching this video and you don't make this sauce, you are wrong because you are missing. Do you know what you're missing here? You don't want to miss this, so and not just see your family are missing. So for the chef, the one that made the dish, this is the chef's portion. Mm, yum. It's so tender. It's so nice. And I love the part of the goat meat I used for this. You can see the chunks are not that much. They are just bite size. I was intentional. And the part of the meat I used for this sauce is the meaty, like the fleshy part. There are no bones here. This is so nice, guys. So this is the broth. You can see very thick and flavorful. So you don't need too much water for this recipe. In fact, you don't even need so much water. I still have a little left, so I'm just going to introduce a little water. Guys, I love the flavor of this goat meat. And if you are asking the spice I used for this goat meat, it's quite simple. Ginger garlic paste, fresh pepper, some spring onions, normal onions, and then fresh pepper, then seasoning cubes and salt. Simple, direct to the point. Please, can you reduce the volume? Okay, so you can see we don't want to waste this. This is a whole lot of flavor in here. Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this. So you can see I've not added any salt or seasoning cubes whatsoever to this sauce because I wanted to introduce the meat first and then adjust the flavors from there. Adjust the seasoning and everything. You don't want to overdo anything. Okay, so at this point I'm going to start adjusting. So this is my local spice and I've mentioned everything in here. Wow, the taste is coming together. It's so alive in my mouth, so flavorful. My time. So at this point, remember you're adjusting your seasoning, so you don't want to do too much. Well, for me, I don't know about you, but I always keep it simple. Okay, a little at a time, a little at a time, until I get the perfect taste I want. I'm using one knorr and one Maggi cube. But initially, I actually did the same thing, one knorr and one Maggi cubes. So altogether, if I add this, it will be a total of two knorr, two Maggi cubes. It may be more. So, but for now, I hope you are learning something. Make sure you replicate this sauce for your family because they are really, really, really going to love it. So sometimes when I have suya spice, I add it. I just love to be extra. It's coming together. Salt to taste. This sauce always comes in handy. Wow! So, bell peppers next. So try as much as possible to add your vegetables in this particular order, okay? There is a reason. Actually, what goes in last is your green beans and your carrots because you want it to have that crunch, okay? You want to maintain that crunch. So the reason I added the spring onion first is to infuse the flavors, then adjust the whole seasoning and everything, get the taste I want. Okay, added the meat stock, yeah. Then adjusted the seasoning, get the taste I wanted, then added the bell peppers and also allow it to infuse the flavors in here. And we are just going to leave the bell peppers for a little while because these bell peppers actually have a lot of flavors and they are filled with lots of vitamins and antioxidants that you don't want to miss, okay? But meanwhile, don't cook it so long. So once you can literally taste the flavors from the bell peppers, there is no reason why you should allow it in there any further, okay? I hope you understand, but if you don't, simply ask your questions. I'll be in the comment section waiting for you. So I really, really, really can't wait to dish out this food. So some extra pepper. Of course, we are not going to use all because I can already feel the heat from this pepper. Of course, we won't use everything. So I can literally feel the heat from this pepper. And at this point, I can also perceive the aroma from the bell peppers. Taste. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. So I've gotten what I wanted. I can literally feel the taste from the bell peppers. And it's time to go in with my proteins. So the goat meat first. I don't want to miss any flavors. But please add your water with discretion. So you don't do too much. Yeah? So the fish actually will go in last. And that's because fish is very tender and you don't want it to break up. Okay? You don't want it to break. So that's why the fish has to go in last. I'm just trying to clear up my workspace because at this point, the sauce is getting very much ready. Okay. Yum. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. So, a little more adjustment. So, the adjustment has to do with just topping up the spice that you use to make, the sauce from the scratch. Just a little top up. Less is more. It's better you adjust than you end up ruining your whole food, okay? So feel free to adjust than to ruin. Yeah, I'll just add, not the whole cube, just a fragment of it. Okay, so I don't want to add the fish yet because I don't want it to scatter. Your carrots and your green beans goes in next. So once you do this, there might be need to adjust the seasoning because you know there might be, it's not a guarantee. So while on that, I'm just going to prepare my plates for plating this yummy, yummy, yummy food. Okay. I want to believe that you've learned a thing or two from this recipe. There is no need. Okay. So for me, there is no need to adjust it any further. So the last thing that will go in is the fish, and that is because you don't want it to scatter. Okay. So I think there is enough space right here to actually bring the camera closer. So at this point, just know that the food is not on heat anymore. So my heat is off and my sauce is ready. So ready. Wow. Now the flavors from the fish, the goat's meat. Oh, and nice. Oh, and nice. Okay. So I have to bring this here. So I hope you can see this. Okay. I'll have to tilt the camera a little bit more. So basically, this is what we have. You can see how yum this looks. So this is what we have. And I'm just going to dish this right about now. And we are pairing this with our rice. Okay, so I'm just going to dish out the rice and then come back to the sauce. Yeah. I hope you learned a thing or two from this today's episode. If you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I'll be right there to attend to your questions. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I'm pairing this with white rice. Mm-hmm. And we'll be pairing this with some plantains. Okay. And finally, it's time to serve up this sauce. Guys, we have so with this, I call it a wrap. So with this, we can call it a wrap. So, guys, this is what we are having for lunch. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. See you next time. Let's look at how pretty this sauce is. And it tastes even yummy. So thank you so much for watching. Mm. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. See you next time. Until next time. Bye. I need to go and devour this. So, bye.